I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Bunch of fucking savages. I've never seen anything like it. There's something about this country. No civility. It's like everyone has lost their humanity.
We got called here for a public disturbance. What we got was an angry mob hell-bent on burning the place down. They were really fired up. Something about justice for decades of manipulation and persecution. He stormed the ministry. Shit went to hell in a handbasket real fast. Now half my unit is dead or missing. What a goddamn mess.
Identification confirmed. That's Martin Lost, all right. He's seen...
December 15th, 1992. We've made an unexpected discovery in the tunnels below the cemetery. 2 doorways with dial lock mechanisms. This is truly curious, as they do not appear on any of the ancient schematics we've previously recovered. The first doorway and its locking mechanism are replete with House Astor symbolism. My initial theory, and this is a long shot, is that the symbols on the dial represent the members of Lord Astor's family. We know Lord Astor was obsessed with the image of the perfect family. The patriarch sitting squarely at the head, just as the crown rules its subjects. I will keep you apprised, should I discover anything more about the door.
Bunch of corrupt snakes, lining their pockets while we suffer like guinea pigs. They lied to us, pitted us against each other. Look at what they've done to the city, to its people. We went after our neighbors. It should have been these damn suits that we butchered.
Enough is enough! Fuck these warmongers! I bet they weren't expecting the madness they sowed to find its way back to them. They wanted this, not us! My sister's husband was a good guy. No one cared that he was a Palamist, until their lies started. You should have seen what we did to him. Setharus, have mercy on our souls. They'll all fucking pay for this.
Follow-up on case number 2190, Citizens Report of Seditious Activity. Investigation inconclusive. False accusation suspected. Dispatched compliance units to both reporter and reported. Follow-up on case number 2197, Citizens Report of Seditious Activity. Investigation produced indisputable evidence. Dispatched retrieval unit. Subject's first offense. Medics assignment to re-education program.
Hello. I'm not sure if this is the right number to call. I'd like to report some, suspicious activity. It's my neighbor. He's been receiving a lot of visitors lately, more than usual. Sometimes 2 or 3 vehicles at a time. And last night after curfew, I searched through the garbage bags he put out on the street, and I found 3 forbidden books, all heavily used. He lives at 118 Trading Street here in Leaf. I just want to be sure to do the right thing. Thank you.
People have lost their minds in this country. I think it's safe to say our mission was a colossal failure. I'm just trying to make it back to my unit at this point. But these savages will tear me apart if they see my uniform. Oh, okay. 0 points for style, but that could work. I should be able to slip by with the clothes you brought me. I never would have signed up if I knew how much trouble this uniform would give me. should be able to slip by with the clothes you brought me. I never would have signed up if I knew how much trouble this uniform would give me.
Thank you for saving me. Only Chezzur knows what that animal would have done to me. I'm getting out of here as soon as I can.
Who are you?
My name is Maeve Tristana. I was Martin's assistant here at the Ministry. I was working for him, even back when he was an archaeologist. Things were much simpler back then. Everything changed when Martin became the fucking deputy minister.
What can you tell me about this symbol?
When the Ministry of Cultural Primacy was created, Martin proposed this symbol as its official emblem. In fact, Martin's obsession with Lord Aster began with that symbol. It concerned a vital discovery he made during one of his digs. Martin believed this symbol would shed light on Lord Aster and his secrets. I have no clue what the symbol means or where it's from. Martin stored all his significant findings of Lord Aster in his safe. I don't know why, but each time Martin opened his safe, he said, "If only history moved backwards." I hope that helps.
Now tell me more about Martin Rost.
Martin was obsessed with Lord Aster. He decorated this floor with several of his portraits. Martin always found it strange that he could only find shallow information on such an important historical figure. I'm pretty sure you didn't risk coming here to gab about Martin, and even less about Lord Aster. However, you need to brush up on your knowledge of Lord Aster if you want to access Martin's computer. Perhaps it has what you're looking for. Martin had a bad memory and kept reminders of his passwords and codes. They must be around here somewhere. Hadia was divided into two distinct groups, the Palamists and the Sabinians. Our country's still divided, but the groups have drastically changed into the persecuted and the persecutors. Palamist or Sabinian, it doesn't matter anymore. Look at what happened here. Sabinians are now killing their own. Funny how Palamist snipers didn't fire a single shot. I guess they were too busy enjoying the show. We're gonna destroy ourselves, and I can't help but feel partially responsible. The Ministry of Cultural Primacy quickly took control of the media. We knew the media would play a critical role in swaying the Sabinians into a conflict. We created an environment that made war possible. We attacked civic principles, fueled the fear of ethnic retribution, dehumanized the other side, and engineered consent. I didn't come up with these plans. However, I did pass out memos. Mailed letters, took notes, and scheduled the meetings. I went along with it. I could have quit and walked away, but I didn't. You know when you lie so much that you forget the truth. I believed the lies we were perpetuating. Sadly, I wasn't the only one. I have to say, I was surprised. They actually showed up when I called them for help. The peacekeepers have been more interested in keeping the airport running than safeguarding civilians. Anyway, there was little they could do. The mob, there were just too many of them. They didn't save me. You did. I thought the Sabinians were supposed to be on the same side. Losing my colleagues in such a vicious manner fills me with grief. But a part of me feels relief. They no longer have to endure this hell. The Palamist forces have besieged Leith for months, but it feels like it's been years. Time tends to slow down when you're in hell. They shelled our beautiful city to rubble. They've destroyed most of our infrastructure to the point where getting food and medical supplies is next to impossible. Their snipers have made walking in the streets a perverse game of survival. Palamists are monsters. There is nothing human about them. I couldn't even look at one at first. The way they move, their sounds and screams, and their primal ferocity, they terrified me. But then I realized something. They weren't after us. They weren't hunting us down unless provoked. I began to observe them from behind the safety of a third-story window. I was still afraid, but then They're in pain. They're twisted, warped, and mindlessly roaming our streets. They search and want nothing. Aimless and empty like the holes in their bodies. I'll tell you what they don't do. They don't randomly shoot people in the streets. They don't fill mass graves with the innocent. They don't rape women. They don't enslave children. Who's the real monster?
That's exactly what I need. Where did you get these? Well, thank you. You've probably just saved my life.
You found a radio. Brilliant. Let me try and contact HQ. Only static. No one is answering, of course. They've all fucking left. We should have left at the same time as everyone else. Goddamn Rue.
You've saved my life.
Only static. We should have left at this.
I'm glad to see you again, my son. It's very peaceful here. A stark contrast from the rest of Hadia.
How is Rebecca doing?
When we arrived here, she slipped into a deep sleep. I think she hadn't slept like that in so long. She is obviously in a great deal of pain. She hasn't opened up about the explosion that took the lives of her parents and little brother. I will give her the time and space. Right now, all she needs to do is enjoy the peaceful surroundings.
Huh. I'm glad you made it here. How are things?
Good. It's as if Satharas himself created Lake Sinan. It's so peaceful. The birds, the waterfalls, crystal clear water, and the flowers. It is the ideal place for Rebecca and I to heal our wounds. I was surprised to see the reservoir emptied. I don't know what lies beneath, and I don't care to find out. Both Rebecca and I will be staying here until the war is over.
Do you have anything for me? Nice. I'll have a look in the database.
Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one. Interesting find. Let's see what the server can tell us about it. Nice. I'll have a look in the database. Nice find. Let's run it through the database. There is a vault of forbidden knowledge in Lake Sinan.
Another peaceful year! Hail!
You are a king, my friend. I keep my promises. So here are the keys to Captain Voss's office. Psst. You can get in through the balcony. Don't ask me how I know. Yeah. You've done me a real solid, friend. Now I just kick back, wait for the end.
This time next year, I should be sipping margaritas on my private island. I need a break from this shit. Slopping through the mud, babysitting teenagers. As long as the Swiss buyer comes through, I'm done. Give them in their cut and get the hell out of here.
poor refugee boss seeking asylum, please, sir? I'll never get tired of exterminating cockroaches. But I'm starting to realize we aren't getting anywhere. The way things are going, this war will never end. The only lasting legacy is wealth. That's how you secure real power. That's how you actually change things. And when I come back to Hadia, things will change.
creatures don't seem to bother us up here. Stroke of luck that Laura and I were able to grab enough supplies before they mobbed us. Just before they appeared, Sammo dropped off his van for a tune-up. He owns the general store down the road to the southeast. I really hope he's okay. Our food isn't gonna last forever. If I had the keys to that van, we'd bail out of here. We'll never make it on foot, and it's the only working vehicle around here. Damn it.
Dad says we can't go down until the creatures leave. I throw rocks at them sometimes and they don't even notice. It's okay though, I like staying on the roof. It's like camping.
Well, the creatures don't seem to bother us. Just before they appeared, Sammo dropped off his van. Our food isn't gonna last forever. If I had the keys to that van... Found the spare keys for the van? Oh shit. Now we're talking. I really thought we might be stuck up here forever. Time to get the hell out of town. Hey, thanks again for this. We'll gather our things and head out. Hopefully as far away from Mariston as possible.
Dad says we can't go down until the... It's okay though.
Hey, thanks again for this.
been looking forward to a good time with the famous Maristan ladies leader. I knew there had to be a reason we didn't wipe out these sabs yet. At least some of them are good for something.
We could barely see our beautiful lady when we got here. Sarge had us set up these spotlights. Checked right into the town's power grid. Heard some houses lost power up there. Fair trade, if you ask me.
Oh man, I can't believe the tower's still transmitting. It was Sarge's idea last time we came through here. They've been stuck listening to that shit on repeat for months. Where is Sarge anyway? Oh, that's right, said he had an itch to take care of. Oh, I swear, he's hornier than the rest of us put together. He said gassing up the boat would take too much time, so he just followed the river. On foot! What an absolute fucking maniac!
I stand in Sethrus's gaze. If you have made it this far, you also stand in his blessed sight. What can a humble servant of our Lord Sethrus do for you, my son?
Who are you?
I am Father Bramont. I have traveled here as a pilgrim to pay homage to our matron saint and spread Sethrus's divine sight upon the righteous followers of Palom. I have blessed these holy soldiers and their weapons. They will free our sacred lands from the heretics. The Illigad Valley will be ours again.
How do I get inside the Blood Queen statue?
The Sabinian dogs desecrated the statue of our beloved matron saint. Why would anyone desecrate such a noble woman? The Sabs responsible were rightfully executed. We kept one of those dogs alive to clean, repair, and maintain the statue. If you want to enter the statue, you must speak with that swine Talus. He has the key to the gate. Go up in the village. His home has a mural painted on it. It also has 3 satellite dishes on the roof. Hadia is the land rightfully given to us Palomists by our Lord Sethrus. It was created and given to the followers of Palom. Our sacred duty and divine right is to protect Hadia from the threats from without and within. The Eye of Sethrus has remained to watch over all Palomists. The Illigad Valley, our most sacred land, will be freed from the Sabinian locusts. Our holy Deimos division shall see to it. This war is a blessing. It is a holy war, a crusade to rid us of the Sabinian plague. And we will seize this opportunity with unyielding fervor and unwavering faith. We will return Hadia to its former glory by ridding our lands of this blight. They are outsiders, which makes them almost as bad as Sabs. They are not to be trusted. These outsiders meddle in things that do not concern them. I was relieved to hear that they had left Hadia. Good riddance. Those wretches stand in the shadows like snakes in tall grass outside our Lord's gaze. And they have willingly chosen this path. They have chosen misery, death, and damnation. The Deimos division are the noblest of our soldiers. They are like the Inquisitors of Palom, purging the heretic Sabinians from our lands. Our brave soldiers need not worry about the demons. They now stand in Sethrus's gaze. I made sure of it. These men are bound for Jehania and will dispense in sorely needed justice. This war is just. It is better than living in a peace held together by hypocrisies. The demons are not to be feared. They are a part of a divine process. They are a necessary evil to restore Hadia and the Palomists to righteousness. You will see. Once they have cleansed the land of sin, we shall inherit Hadia.
fucking recording. I'd rather go out, suck off one of these creatures, than listen to this shit for another day. For months now, they've been piping in this drivel. I have no idea where they're transmitting from. Fuck that I wish I know where.
Power's back. Every day brings a new struggle here. Today, we survive.
Tomorrow, we take our vengeance.
Hello? They're holding us in the old barn by the ruins. Can somebody hear me, please? There's soldiers here. The soldiers are coming here every night. We can't defend ourselves. We're too weak to fight. We're running out of food. I think they're getting there via the river. Please, someone. Please. Hello? Please. Hello? Anyone there? Please.
Hey! Up here! I could use your help!
Thanks for taking care of the creatures. Whoever is left in Maristan will have a chance to get some supplies.
Who are you?
My name is Talus. I used to be a lawyer before the war. Look at what these palamists, these animals did to me for wanting to vote for Sabinian freedom. And now they've reduced me to being the caretaker of that giant, screaming bitch. The punishment for a crime I never committed. You must have seen it. To us Sabinians, the Blood Queen symbolizes oppression.
How do I get inside the statue?
I locked the gate and swore I'd never set foot there again. Here. Take the key. The gate is southwest of here. Once through the gate, the tunnel that leads inside the head is on your right. Hadia has fallen into the worst kind of chaos there is. I'm a lawyer. Well, I was. For me, it's deplorable to say that the laws as we know them are no more in our country. Do you know what the law is now in Hadia? Guns. Power comes out of the barrel of a gun. I don't know who said that, but it's very accurate. Most Hadians think this war's going nowhere. But they are powerless. How many disagree? Is it 60%? Is it even 80%? I don't know. The majority are confused and frightened, so they go along. They're being led by the 10% who have the guns. Sadly, that's all they need. Maristan was the stage of many events. And unfortunately, I witnessed them all. I hardly know where to begin. The bombing of the market by Palamist extremists. The terror campaign led by Deimos' division to thwart the referendum. The media's constant campaign of dehumanizing the other side. This awful war could have been prevented. The politicians had other ideas, I guess. They could have divided Hadia into two states. One Palamist and the other Sabinian. But nobody wanted to back down or listen. When this war ends, and it will, I'd like these politicians to be tried in an international court. That's what these war pigs deserve. They should rot in jail for the rest of their lives, just like the corpses on the battlefield. I met General Romeo in Lublina. I was part of the delegation representing the Sabinian separatist movement of southern Argola. As a foreign observer, the general had been deployed in several countries to oversee referendums and elections. He gave us helpful information and pointers on how to proceed. The general and his peacekeepers were well received in Hadia. I believed they could prevent the war. But when things began to get out of hand, the peacekeepers did nothing to stop what was happening. During the referendum campaigns, Palamist thugs were chopping off hands and arms to prevent Sabinians from voting. The peacekeepers did nothing. They left when we needed them the most. I never understood why. They redeployed to Leith's airport. Nothing was happening in Leith at the time. Look, despite it all,
I still believe that General Romeo and his peacekeepers are good people with the right intentions. The man I met in Lublina wasn't a coward. Quite the opposite. The reality is that General Romeo has someone above him. And it's that person who is to blame for this fiasco. We came so close to our independence. Polls showed that we were ahead of the Palamist opposition. Their terror campaign worked. I don't blame my fellow Sabinians for avoiding the voting booths. They were afraid. And rightfully so. Even if you have 1,000 sheep versus one wolf, the wolf will always win. I wanted Sabinians to have a new province of their own. I was shattered when we lost. They are the lowest life forms on this planet. Look at their elite soldiers. Their Deimos division was created for one single purpose: to murder, rape, and plunder Sabinian families. They call themselves elite soldiers. There is nothing elite about them. They emptied their prison cells to fill their ranks. They were explicitly recruited to commit the worst atrocities possible. You don't believe me? In 1990, during the Sabinian referendum, units from the Deimos division showed up in our villages with axes and machetes. They indiscriminately began chopping the hands and arms off law-abiding civilians. Their message was clear. No hands, no vote. There you have it. A Palamist in a nutshell. I have no words. All my life, I prided myself on not believing in such nonsense. Look! They walk our streets. There they are, just a few feet away, straight out of the fear-mongering book the Palamists preach. I have to rethink everything. Their existence has shaken the very foundations of my beliefs. Lily is with them. Oh, we have to do something. They'll never make it on foot in their condition. If only we had a boat.
When we first moved here, this town stood for something. That maybe all these divisions could be mended. That maybe we could coexist in peace. Yanko's grand idea of integration. What a load of crock. He really had us all wrapped around his finger. Now, we're just a beat-down minority surrounded by people who hate us. If they won, I look at my grandchildren, and I weep for them.
I want my sister.
My big sister Lily went to visit our auntie in Shaljin. She'll be back soon, no? And we're gonna play all day.
The rest of the village doesn't seem to like me much. Despite what they may think, I still consider every one of them as family. We've been through too much. I would risk my life 10 times over to save those women. I just have to find some gas for the old boat. Oh, great! I'll fill her up right away. I'll head out there in a few hours. The cover of night might help us slip by undetected.
Daddy said that if I'm nice, then my hands will grow back. I think he's lying. I wish Mommy was here.
Only a Palamus mind would be so twisted. Physical wounds weren't enough. Now they're trying to open psychological ones. I'd give my other arm to turn this garbage off.
First they take my wife, then some fucking monsters show up. Now this power surge blows out the fuses. What else could possibly go wrong? I knew moving to Maristan was a bad idea. Fucking heartless Palamist assholes.
Nothing at all. Ugh. I feel like I'm wasting my time here. How can such a prominent figure be completely absent from all records? There are massive statues of her everywhere. Does no one ask any questions? Do they just swallow the propaganda? There has to be a deeper story here. What's more, I've had to suffer this wretched lot for months. I'll be glad to leave them to their misery. Misery that they brought upon themselves. I've had it with this place. I hate to do this to Lucan again, but it's best to move away soon, before he makes friends with any Sabs.
have to go through what we did. I'm afraid to close my eyes. I thought we were going to die in that barn.
I've never been so happy to see Koryo in my life. I'm ashamed to think I used to judge him. It will take some time for us to recover, but we should be okay. I worry that you...
I can't.
Those absolute fucking animals. You should have seen the conditions the girls were kept in. I swear, if I get my hands on one of them, the girls will be safe here. We've got plenty of food. They can hunker down and get the rest they need. Ugh, what an ordeal they've been through.
We've been here for months. I lost count after, about 50 days. It doesn't seem important to keep track anymore. They bring a bit of food and water once a day. Sometimes they forget. It's so filthy in here. I'll probably die of dysentery if we don't starve first. Their faces change every week. I guess the soldiers are just passing through. They begin to blur together after a while. There's this one that stands out. They call him Sarge. I guess he's the commander or something. He's the worst. She was so brave. So they dragged her outside. I still remember her screams. We never saw her again. They did it to keep the rest of us in line. And it worked. We don't say anything. You just close your eyes and you wait until it's over.
Chezzur, they're safe. Call just came through. We really needed this win. This will do wonders for the town's morale. I can't wait to see my Tarya again.
Is Mommy really...
I just heard the news. They're safe. If ever we get through this hell alive, I'm paying for Koryo's drinks for the rest of his life. Oh, what a goddamn hero.
Thank you for stopping the broadcast. But I'm afraid it'll only antagonize them further. I shudder to think of what they'll come up with next.
Thanks for helping, Maristan. I hope you find what you...
Corio just let us know that he got them out. Never thought I'd see my daughter again. I just can't wait to hold her. This time I'm never letting go.
When we first moved here, Yanko's grand idea of an integral. Now, we're just the one.
I want my sister.
Lily is coming back? I'm going to get the rest of my toys.
I can finally hear myself think again. Did you have anything to do with this? Fuck off, pals. You aren't breaking us that easy. Woo!